Well, thank you.
You're welcome.
And another question, in a sense, very often even those who are trained to keep our bodies and our minds at a higher frequency domain, sometimes we do find ourselves in a negative state due to different shifts within our own understanding.
Due to different shits within your own understanding. Shits.
Shifts.
Is what makes you feel so negative. It is the
And
shit
question,
within your understanding.
And
Thank
the
you for bringing
question
that to our
is,
attention.
how once I found myself in a negative state, how can I shift out of that state as fast as possible?
Do you want to?
Yeah, I do want to shift out of negative state.
Do you truly want to?
Yeah.
When you feel negative, do you feel, I want to get out of this state? Or do you feel, why am I feeling so negative? Or do you try to identify with it?
Yeah, I understand what you're talking about. I do feel that I am in a negative state, and I do understand why I'm in that state. And the question is, how can I reduce this time frame that I experience that negative state?
You probably don't understand why you're in the negative state, because if you did, as soon as you put consciousness on that aspect of yourself, it would shift immediately.
Yeah, I do understand, but in a sense, there are maybe some sort of chemicals released into my brain that keep me in that state for a...
Let go of all that, because if you have some idea that that's what's happening to you, then that idea will manifest itself to be true in your reality because you created it. When you feel negative, simply allow yourself to feel negative until you feel positive. Just accept your emotions and don't be in resistance to your emotions, and they'll change because they don't have a charge to them. But if you feel negative, and as soon as you feel negative, you put a lot of focus on that thing, of course it's going to expand. So would a chemical if you were to focus on it. So would a molecule, an atom, a photon. It expands. Particles expand once you focus on them. So, if you were to get an emotion, if you were to get some feeling within your body, allow it to be. Don't focus on it unless you want to expand it. If you get excitement, then you can focus on it and you can expand it very easily.
Yeah, maybe there is some miscommunication. What I meant under the idea of negative state was the idea of lower frequency state, when I cannot make myself feel connected, when I cannot find my excitement.
You usually can't find your excitement because you're focused upon something that you are perceiving to be lower in vibration, but you're focused on it. You're focused on finding a solution which still keeps you focused on that emotion because it has now become a problem. However, you must realize that usually these emotions are signals from your body telling you things that you may need to know. They are like signals and indicators that there is something wrong. Either you have a belief that's out of alignment, you have a definition, maybe you're connecting to a certain time where you felt negative in your past, or something of that matter. But it's still you connecting to a certain part of yourself. And that is the signal that is wishing to connect you to that certain part so that you can look for answers as to why you feel that way.
Okay, thank you.
So when you find those answers as to why you feel that way, the signal will disappear. But if you always try to get rid of the signal, they'll keep coming back. There could really be something wrong, and you wouldn't know it if you didn't feel that way because you're always so lost in your excitement. That help?
Yeah.
Next time you feel negative, what are you going to do?
The same thing as usually. I understand why I'm feeling negative. I accept that.
You don't understand why you're feeling negative. That's why you feel negative. If you understood, it wouldn't manifest itself. When you start to feel negative, it is usually because there is something that you're not paying attention to. It's a signal that maybe you need to stop doing what you're doing. It's a red light. And you need to sit down and you need to think, why am I feeling this way? Use your analytical brain to ask your emotions, why do I feel this way? And you should get an answer. Maybe it's because someone said something. Maybe it's because you feel you're missing something, or you're forgetting something, or you did something you shouldn't have done. Usually it will give you a clear explanation. Once you find that explanation, act on the solution and it will clear.
Yeah, but the problem is, even if you find the problem and you know the solution while you are still experiencing that negative state, it is
Because you
difficult
have
to
not acted on the solution.
yeah,
And
but
you do that a lot. You know a lot of answers that you don't act on the solutions for because you come back the next week with the same question that you had the answer for 2 weeks ago.
yeah,
So many times that would make you feel very negative. It could even make you feel stuck in a negative state constantly throughout the day because you constantly have reminders that you need to be doing certain things that you're not doing because you're avoiding those negative states. It's as if you have the E level on your car, as if you're driving around and you have all of these alerts on your vehicle telling you that you need to get a smog check, you need to get an oil change, you need to put gas in your car. And due to those alerts, you feel stressed. Same way with your body, your car, your vehicle of mobility. They give you alerts and you feel stressed and you shut the alerts off, but you know you're screwing up. So you keep getting those alerts, keep turning on in your life. It happens to so many people because they don't ask themselves why they feel this way so that they can cut those signals off, cut those alerts off. Once you're doing everything you need to be doing, then you won't have the need to have these negative emotions manifest. You'd be in excitement because everything is going to lead you to your highest joy. Everything.
all right, thank you.
You're welcome.
Any other questions?